Do you have awesome travel plans for 2020? Unsure of the likelihood of your travel plans actually going ahead? Are you feeling overwhelmed of the information overload and you just want to run and hide? I am feeling you, and I just want to let you know that you are not alone. If you are feeling in any way unsettled, this is about the current global climate that we're in at the moment. This episode may be exactly what you need right now to bring back some focus, get into that mindset, and start thinking about travel again. Hey, I'm Steph, and I'm obsessed with all things travel, marketing, branding, and helping you stand out from the crowd. In just under 2 years, I went from being a home-based travel agent with zero clue how to make it work in the digital world to launching an international ranking travel podcast and creating an online course to help travel agents in lead generation. Here's one thing I know for sure. There has never in the history of the world been a better time to create the travel business you've always wanted. All you need is an actionable strategy and someone to show you the way. Picture this, we're going to spend the next hour of our time together at the Swim Up Pool Bar, where over a cocktail, we deep dive into travel-related topics, mixed with a little classroom training. This show is dedicated to encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and into your travel business. I'll show you how I did it and how you can too. Hit subscribe now and let's get into it. If you're a travel agent wanting to onboard your perfect fit clients into your biz, download my free cheat sheet for lead generation systems you can use right now. Head to stephaniemyers.academy/cheat sheet. You're listening to Unplug in Paradise, the podcast. Welcome back to episode 11. You are tuning in today and we are going to talk about, hopefully not touch on it too much, but it's kind of hard in this day and age that it feels like it's getting darker by the minute. But yeah, I just want to say that didn't that all just escalate really quickly? No doubt you've seen the news, received all the emails, and your entire feed on social media is making you feel a little bit anxious about everything, just life in general, and about any upcoming travels that you had in mind or crippling your vacay inspo. Hopefully this episode will help broaden your horizons a little bit. So let's just be real. Many people, including myself, travel has just been such a huge part of my life, and travel has been the reason why we even turn up to work most days. It's the fun escape from the daily grind and life's challenges, any relationship struggles, or even just having a break so you're not feeling like you're an exhausted pigeon all the time. Having a holiday in the pipeline gives you the ultimate glimmer of hope, a sense of freedom, and something thrilling to look forward to. And I don't know about you, but I always see my own life a little bit differently after I come home from a trip. It doesn't matter how long or how short the trip was necessarily. I still come home feeling a little relaxed, and I always seem to see things in my daily life in a different light. So it's hard when all of a sudden that little bit of freedom that you have to travel has been taken away from you. And for instance, some countries have completely closed their borders until further notice. And while others, businesses are still operating, but are ceasing operation in the next few days. So it's all happened in such a short period of time, but still, we as travellers, it is so unnatural for us to not have that ultimate end goal to work towards. We aren't meant to feel restricted like this. there's just not much we could really do. But I really hope this episode, when I get into the guts of it, I really wanted to demonstrate exactly how amazing the travel industry is, how many travel companies are incredible in the way that they're offering flexible options for travelers all around the world. And I just want to do a quick shout out to my industry pals tuning in. I think that you are an absolute amazing bunch of people, and you continue to inspire me every single day in my little travel biz journey. I'm so blessed to be working alongside you, and a massive shout out to all of you, and thanks to you for all that you do for me and my clients. And a big shout out to MTA too. I'm powered by MTA, and I don't think I could do any of what I do without them. So they're also equally as amazing. And as you're likely aware, the travel and cruise industry indeed are in very uncharted waters at the moment. There is no denying how scary this feels. The unknown. A lot of us have lost employment. A lot of us have lost jobs. A lot of us have lost our livelihood, our careers, and everything that we've put our love and soul into. For me, it's definitely been so hard. And as a Virgo, typically I feel like I need to be in control of things. But I do try to preempt situations so I feel protected. It's a protective strategy and it helps me cope. But at the moment, it's not working. So hopefully there's a few people in the same boat as me. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is a bit different from other podcast episodes I've done. As tough as things have been, today I wanted to give you some insight to think about, and I want you to really sit with it and really feel your way through it. This will be especially beneficial to you as a lover of travel, and I'm guessing you are if you're tuning into this episode in your spare time. So wherever you are right now, make this time for you to soak up these words. If you're not in the ideal space right now, hit pause and pick me up later when you have some breathing space to allow this to deeply connect with you. Okay, so here we go. So let's take a moment to visualize. Looking at travel through the lens of our travel dreams and our memories, while we explore 3 key insights that travel gifts us with that we may not really have thought about or deep dived into before. I'm a pretty visual person, so I'm going to imagine that I'm holding an actual lens here for the purpose of this. Number 1. The enjoyment of dreaming and anticipation. Let that settle in for a moment while you connect with that statement to form your own interpretation. For me, what comes first to mind is what I briefly touched on earlier about working to travel. Having something in the pipeline would make me feel like I was rewarding myself for great work and having something to look forward to. I can see how it is similar to my clients, as when we get together, we are always dreaming up different experiences and talking about things to do in the lead up to a trip away. You are with me here. This is the most exciting, thrilling and imaginative stage of booking any kind of travel, as it has the potential to evolve into whatever you want it to be, especially in those initial stages. Number 2. The joy of being in the experience itself. So a huge jump from dreaming and anticipation, you're actually in the experience itself. Smelling the smells, feeling the feels, and lapping it all up. Have you ever felt when you're away on holidays, that moment you feel like you're on autopilot? Like you're living in the now, but you feel like someone needs to pinch you for it to feel real? It's happened to me a lot while I've travelled. I think because that I've always been responsible for timekeeping and itinerary checking and ensuring everything runs smoothly. Traveling with a travel agent, that's usually how things go. But this often happens when you're not living in the present. So for this insight, I want you to visualize a trip you've taken where you felt like you weren't living in the moment, and try and bring up a time when you were totally embraced in the joy that that experience and that trip gave you. And let it sit with you for a little while. It could be a combination of a few different trips, but I want you to pick a couple and just really relish in that memory for a second. Okay, so number 3, value of memories that grow in importance as we get older and wiser. Wow, this one resonates with me so much. I don't know about you, but I know how much I love sharing travel experiences. Hello, I do it for a job. But I love sharing my travel experiences with friends from places I've been to and times I've shared and memories I've had, to the point that I'm in tears of laughter and they can't even understand what I'm saying half the time. There's a few funny memories that are springing to mind that fit that bill. So clearly the point is that your travel experiences never leave you when they become some of your most treasured memories. So the aim of exploring these 3 insights is to put yourself in, if you're feeling the pinch of what is currently happening within the tourism industry, and that is worldwide, global pandemic at the moment. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I also hope this shows that if we can support each other through the days as they come, then together we will make such a difference with how we as an industry emerge from the crisis through the other side. So a little message from me to you on a personal basis: please keep dreaming. Please keep celebrating travel that is currently taking place. Oh, it's not really at the moment, but if there are any small trips that you're taking, please celebrate that and keep reminiscing over the good times and holding on to those cherished memories, because at the end of the day, memories never fade. And at the moment with travel and the way that everything's going, I really need for you to hang on to those travel memories. So a good idea might be holding a movie night at home, having the family there, social distancing, of course, no hugging. And yeah, going through photos from past trips and really reminiscing and enjoying those moments together. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've taken some insight and a new perspective away from this episode. Like I said, it was going to be a little bit different from my previous ones, but remembering to share the joy and the love that your travel experiences have given you with others, and that if you would like to share any of your fave travel moments with me, I would absolutely love to hear them, because it does keep me going. Tag me in your Instagram stories while tuning into this episode, or otherwise, all of my details are in the show notes. Either way, I would so love to hear from you, so let me know. I think that's enough from me. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll chat soon. Bye.